Okay, Jesse, you got all that? You ready to go?
I think I followed that. Thank you.
Okay. So in this chapter, we start to learn about the vampires and their powers. Which of the characters' powers do you think would be most useful to you on the ice?
I think that definitely Alice's powers would be really useful on the ice, being able to foretell what the other team is going to do, what your enemy is going to do in the near future, what your teammates are going to do, to be able to anticipate where they'll be and when, so that you can, you know, put the stick down and get that puck where it needs to be. Definitely Alice.
Alice is pretty OP.
She is the bomb.
I'm really tempted to ask you a question about not wheeling chicks before a big game.
Ask me. I have answers.
Okay, Jesse, very serious question here then. How do you stop yourself from the temptation to do things like, you know, going out and wheeling chicks the night before a big game?
You know what? That's tempting, but during hockey season, it's all about the brotherhood. It's the brotherhood. We go out together, we go home together, we go to bed separately together.
Okay, Jesse, I've got a two-part question for you. The first one is, which vampire in the book is your best vampire role model for a hockey player?
You know what? I think that maybe Emmett is my best hockey player role model. You know, you see that he's got a lot of drive, but he's not, you know, he's able to like put the muscle into it, and he's not afraid to, you know, to do what needs to be done, you know, for the sake of the team, the family. I think that Emmett makes a very strong, he'd make a really good defenseman. Yeah.
That's a really interesting answer. I can definitely see that. Opening it up a little bit, what are your thoughts on vampires in general? Who do you think makes the best vampire hockey player?
Oh, you know what? I think that might be Dracula. Dracula had a really strong mental game. He was able to, you know, anticipate the moves of his enemies and get, you know, the townsfolk and the women to do what he wanted. And I, you know, he had his adversaries, but I think he knew how to handle them. So I would definitely go with Dracula.
Well, thank you, Jesse. That's very insightful. I can absolutely see where you're coming from on that. And that's a deep cut too, mentioning the thrall that Dracula has. I see you really understand your vampire literature.
I'm a big fan.
Okay. Well, thank you for this interview, Jesse. This is fantastic. You're a great representative of the Pontiacs.
Thank you very much for having me tonight. Just trying to contain my hockey here. What foot do they lead off on? The goal is wins, reactive movements. Yeah. You know, Michelle, it's a mental game. It's a mental game, but it's also a strategy game. Once the puck hits the ice, you got to keep your mind focused on the goal. You know, you're looking for weaknesses, you're looking for opportunities to put that puck in the net. I go to the gym, I pick things up, I put them down, I do my cardio, and I don't drive by the Dairy Queen on the way home because I know that's my weakness.